Come
So
on.
we did it, guys.
Come on, internet. We did it, guys. So sorry. Weather here in Florida is shit.
Great episode.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing me in on it. I really appreciate it.
Love those vampires.
Chantel, you were brilliant. Subtle.
Oh man,
Shit.
nailed it.
Marvelous.
No, really sorry, everybody. Weather here in Florida, maybe not the best tonight. Bad things are happening despite, my best, whatever, sacrificing chickens and what I did. We are live on Myth Brigade again, and Byron was just getting to the good stuff. So
Yeah. Sweet. Let me make sure my volume is turned down on my phone.
Yeah.
So that I can follow it. Okay. Cool deal. All right. Yeah. So when we last left off, our kindred had awoken kind of unhappily after being asleep for many years. Confused, not sure exactly what's going on, not sure who they are, what they're about, where they're from, what they've done, why they're here,
Where did you
any of
come
those
from?
things.
Where did we go?
Cotton Eye Joe.
you just got us copyright
And,
claims. Damn it.
All right. And so we followed them for a little while, and they got to meet Shirazi and so forth. You're standing there, you see the drone hovering outside the window. Shirazi and you are talking back and forth in regards to the letter and so forth. And the eruption of gunfire outside. And he says, I'm not sure what is going on. Like, we must check the cameras. There's a security office right here. And as he points to the security office door, the door opens and out walks another kindred, Lady Catherine Montague.
Oh yeah, and this is what
Ah,
I'm
yes!
glorious and marvelous.
Yes, indeed.
Lady Catherine Montague, and you can see she looks exactly like I do. Long blonde hair. She's 150, but looks 22. Obviously 22. And
Maybe 21.
yes.
Maybe.
And she is dressed very well. Much better than you guys are in the Goodwill stuff. I mean, she is wearing designer clothes. She looks fantastic. And so I said, oh, hello, darlings. I think it's time for us to go.
I think I'd have to glance around like, is she really talking to us? I'd sort of look over my shoulder like, who's us?
I've been watching you all night in these cameras. You have been quite interesting, but it may be time for us to roll out now.
And you guys all feel like you know her. Like she's one of you. And
Did
what
we go to sleep with you? Not in that way, of course.
I mean, I don't really recall. It's still a little bit of a blur, but I think we're here for a purpose, and so it's time for us to maybe move along. Oh, I guess I should tell you what I've seen. Although this might not be quite the time for it, I'm not sure.
How is the guy reacting to her presence? Does he seem to know her as well, Byron?
he knows her, but he's not sure why. He's like, yes, I feel like I was supposed to forget, but
It's okay. It's all right, darling. You woke me up yesterday. Well, last night, I guess. And we decided that it would be best if I checked things out first, read the letter, went and fed, did some shopping, and really just made sure that the rest of the team was someone who were people that were appropriate.
Yeah, yes. I remember Adelino bringing you here. He was supposed to awaken all of you.
And so he did, just not at the same time.
Ah. Yes.
It's okay, dear. I pat his shoulder like, it's okay.
Yeah. You
Don't
see
worry.
him, like, as he reaches in his drawer, like he's trying to pull something out. I can't remember where I left my wallet. It's like, it looks a lot like the brown one that he gave you yesterday.
I just don't know, dear. It's a mystery.
Yes.
Seems like it's all irrelevant. Are we actually under attack right now? Is this something we actually need to worry about?
Oh,
There was gunfire, was there not? Looking about.
what do we see on the security cameras?
So on the security cameras, you can see it does look as if there are several. They look weird. They almost look like military personnel. There are at least 4 of them looking like they're going to breach the front door.
Oh, we have.
And you can see several more that are coming to the rear entrance.
Is there a
What is this magic?
third option?
It's like, I do believe it may be time for us to go here soon. Don't worry, our security will handle some of that. But I do think that we should probably move along. You may want to go from here. I'm afraid we must travel separately probably once we're out of here. But let's see. Let me gather my things. And you can still hear the eruption of gunfire downstairs. You hear like a large bang as what you could probably would sound like an explosion of sorts.
Like a grenade or something.
Like a
is this-
grenade.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Flashbang probably or something like that.
Yeah, sounds more like breaching charge.
Oh shit. Well,
Perhaps.
Okay.
He said there is a roof access at the end of the hall.
Well, sounds delightful. I suppose we should be on our way then.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, for those of us
and
who
I
are around
grab
during the
a
war,
nice big like leather duffel full of things that I purchased with I forget his name. Darling's credit card.
is there
My
any
camera's
possibility
being
we
weird.
think
Is
that?
it weird with you guys?
Yeah, it's glitchy.
I don't
So
know
what is he?
what it's doing or why it is.
Is there a possibility that we might think the war is still on, given that we went to sleep?
I mean, it probably has like some flashbacks or something of
Okay.
it.
Just
At
like
that
it's-
point in time,
Yeah.
there were some bombings in England,
Yeah.
but I mean, there was no like actual fighting.
Okay.
Are we at war?
No, I believe these just to be some miscreants and distractions. But nonetheless,
Well, in that case, we should be to the rooftop.
Yes, let us go so we can
Yes.
get clarity as to what this is
he
all
seems
about.
he's still gathering some things. He goes, there is a tunnel in the basement also. I shall take you there as soon as I have my things gathered.
I'm gonna log out and log back in. We'll see what happens. Hopefully this will be better.
Ooh,
All right, yeah, give it a go.
that's gonna break, but that's okay. She'll be back.
It's gonna
What's
say some-
going
I was-
on?
Yeah,
I was
it's
about
fine.
to warn her.
Yeah,
I was about
it
to warn her,
happened.
but she was already gone.
No, it happens. She's gotta figure out the camera. She can unplug the camera, probably plug it back in. It looks like a hardware thing. Happens.
May have been.
It's one of those. It's probably the weather here that caused the problem with her camera there. Yeah.
It could be. Yeah, it's only a couple, 1,000 miles away or so.
Yeah.
How come Tyler's screen is suddenly blank on Twitch?
So what happened was, because the way the layouts
Chantel
work,
dropped.
it's positional.
Oh.
So when he moves,
Chantel broke it.
yeah, Chantel broke it. It happens. We could probably see everybody. Tyler, everybody's fine. Ooh, nope, still glitchy. Try unplugging your camera and plugging it back in, Chantel.
It's the integrated one.
Oh, so that'd be hard. Reach in there and just rip that fucker
That'll
out.
take a while.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay, let me close this up. Let me stop my video for a second and see what I can do with this.
Okay.
Aha.
Yay.
Because you waited too long. You had it off for too long.
Yeah.
Now it's pissed.
Zoom is quickly trying to catch up to VGS and Streamlabs. They've got like overlays and stuff you can do
Nice.
now. So I want to try that.
Yeah,
at
I'm
some
mad.
point.
I had to update my thing. It took all my backgrounds out that I had saved, so I have to go find.
Oh no.
One moment, folks. Well, you deal with technical difficulties.
Is anybody else playing Starfield?
No.
Oh God.
I haven't played it yet.
I beat my first playthrough of Baldur's Gate though.
Oh really? Was it? What were you playing? Did you say you were? No, that
I
was
was
James
cleric.
playing. You're playing cleric. Nice.
It's cleric.
Is it
was really
everything you
good.
hoped it would be?
It's more honestly than I thought it would be.
I
It's
picked
really
up
cool.
some-
Each class can have their own like dialogue lines. So like a cleric and a bard will have different dialogue just in the same encounter.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the whole feel is different based on your
Yeah, whole
class
feel is
and-
different just playing a different character.
and probably based on your race to some degree too, like your elf. Or
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Your race, your background, all that feels like it matters.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I find Starfield's similar. And other than it's got a gnarly case of Uncanny Valley going on with the NPCs, where like they're pretty engaging, but they also seem dead inside. Like even when they're happy, you're just like, ugh, God. But yeah, I've been tooling around. I accidentally joined some sort of pirate nation, and becoming a criminal on accident. Yeah, it actually was quite by accident.
Accidental.
Yeah, I'll do that for you. Oh
All
no.
right. We'll try this as best we can. I can't easily find my other camera because I was too busy looking for wigs. So there we go.
You're good to
That's
go.
really important.
It is
The
better.
price you pay.
Yeah,
It does
it
seem to be
is
better.
better. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just breaking under the sheer beauty that you were like.
Yeah. You
It
are.
is just like, oh my God, there's cleavage in there too. What?
Wait a minute.
I wasn't going to go there.
Vampires.
I know that kind of party.
Vampires mess up cameras anyway, so you're doing the right
Yeah.
thing. You're fully
There you
projecting.
go.
You know. Okay.
You gotta love when vampires fuck up electronics.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when they do it on purpose. They couldn't get access to this building in my game on Sunday,
That
and
shiver.
so yeah, they couldn't get access to it, and there was like a key card lock, and the one guy's playing a little somber. He just watched it and touched it, and just like quit working. He just opened the door and went in.
Nice.
Fuck. All right, so yeah, he's like, I will gladly go that way and show you in just a few moments, or you can flee now. Both could be appropriate.
Oh, I'm fine with waiting.
You hear a couple more like explosions. The floor kind of rocks a little bit. There's like a flashbang or something that goes off downstairs.
Yeah, I think I've got. I'm going to take up at least a tactical position.
Okay.
You know. So.
He says maybe see what is going on from the roof.
Yeah, are there any air raid tunnels here? Is there any access to them?
No, I mean there hasn't been any air raids in 50 years.
Oh,
Feels like yesterday.
yeah.
Well, for you, it kind of was.
is there some sort of if we have access to the roof, can we get off the roof in any way? Is there another ladder down or some sort of vehicle or like a cable car that would reach down, like would go through between buildings?
No.
We would be aware of our capabilities as vampires, yeah?
Oh yeah, you're aware you're capable.
But
Good lady.
I'm just like, why don't we just go upstairs,
Good lady will just jump.
the rooftop?
Aye?
It's like there's no.
You
We're
are.
not,
Yeah,
we're not getting bombed.
She's not wearing a parkour outfit.
Wait, who's not? I mean, I certainly am not. Oh my goodness. But I think these heels will hold up pretty well. I'm sure they'll be fine. I think we can do this.
Well, which is it? To the basement or the roof? Or perhaps we... I almost did Beardsley's lisp. Oops. I gotta stop doing English characters for a minute so I can get some diversity in there. But
Right.
You're playing a British character, so
I know this is his fault.
escaping to the basement seems like walking into a trap, does it not?
I'd be pacing at this point, just nervous.
No, that tunnel is quite hidden.
We'll go. Let's go for the rooftop. I feel like that's more appropriate.
Closer
Makes
to
more
God.
sense.
Closer to God we will be. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, so the right down the hall is a door that says fire exit, and it leads out onto the roof. It is a flat roof of a warehouse, as you would expect it to be, and you can kind of see down two sides for sure of the thing. As you look down the front, you can see that there is multiple people down there with firearms, all covering the door. You can see that there is some actual firing going on at the door, like into the building.
Are they wearing
from some
uniforms
sort-
of any kind, Byron? Or are they just like, what's their attire like?
You know what? Yeah, they are wearing some sort of uniforms. It looks like there's some sort of writing on them, but I mean, it is dark
Yeah,
and
okay.
stuff like that. So you could give me an awareness plus intelligence check, I believe.
Oh, could I?
Yeah.
Awareness and
Let me
intelligence.
do that. Awareness. Where's awareness? I don't think I can do that.
Top right and skills.
Yep.
Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. So I will click that. With second attribute, you said intelligence?
Yeah. And actually, anybody that's looking over that thing can kind of make it out if they want.
No modifier?
No modifiers, no.
Good. No pull.
Difficulty 2.
Difficulty is 2.
All right.
I got 4 successes.
3 successes.
So it does seem to say police on their jackets.
So I would like to activate my heightened senses and see if I can listen to their radio from here. I'm sure they have one in the car.
I'm going to say no. It's not going to be able to make that out. The doors to the car are closed, and it is some distance. So, yeah, I'm going to
Well,
say
never mind then.
yeah.
I
But it
turn
was a good
off my
idea.
heightened senses.
It was a good idea, though. But your heightened sense still stays active.
Yeah, but I don't want to have my heightened senses on when I get flashbanged.
Oh, good call.
So no, I'm not going to activate
You
it.
sure?
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking of that, but that sounds amazing. I'm really glad you gave it.
Thanks, Sir Tyler.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
what's
exactly.
they're trying to breach the door, they're firing back and forth.
Yeah, it looks like the security company that is kind of in charge of this warehouse that works for Shirazi is engaging them, and they are firing back and forth. From the rooftop, it's hard to really see. It looks like the breaching team in the front has gained entry, for
Okay.
sure. They have came through the door. That's the explosion you probably heard. You can, when you activated your heightened senses, Tyler, even though you turned them off there for a moment, you did hear like a whisper, like 4 little like twirling things. And you look over and you do see like something hovering in the air with 4 little like helicopter blades on it.
Okay.
and you could kind of see that like hovering in the air. It looks like it has like something pointing down at the place. It's maybe like 40, 50 feet away from you, flying over the parking lot.
It's Boomhilda.
I hope.
Cool, our
not.
idea.
All right.
What is that? I kind of pointed out.
I'm there with you because we were looking over together. It's curious flying to. Is it close? Am I saying this wrong? It's small.
It's tiny.
Yep.
We weren't given any heads up on what year it was.
they-
No, really not. Yeah. So, so I kind of gather you're all kind of standing on the flat roof.
Yeah.
Several of you are probably near the actual like side of the building to look down over the edge to kind of look down over the top.
Looking for any buildings nearby, or is it just kind of like a nice clear zone? Or
Yeah. So, Henry, you're standing there, and you hear like a whiz. It's like, and then you hear a bang right after that.
Whiz bang.
Yeah, and you're pretty sure that a bullet just went past your head.
It's like
And
somebody's
it
shooting.
did sound small.
Yeah, somebody's shooting at us. We need to go back down immediately. So I'm going to head back through the door.
I look across the other rooftops. Would it be more? It's kind of glancing around super fast. Can I spot anyone?
Do you have any like heightened senses, anything like that?
Not that
you
I'm.
could use?
No, not like that. So
We have vampire eyeballs.
yeah, so
Go
I'm
ahead
gonna
and give me an intelligence and awareness. Yeah, but unfortunately,
yeah.
it's
Okay, I'll
using
do that
heightened
again.
senses. They're the same as your human eyeballs.
yeah, I would look around.
Yeah, difficulty
to make
still
sure
two?
I don't.
So just for the
Good
die
shot.
roller, guys, let's resolve these one at a time until I can reset the overlay.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
because that way, you'll be able to see what happens. So, second attribute, intelligence.
Yeah.
Man, roll 20. Pull size, nothing. Difficulty 2. 2 of 2. I did athletics, my bad. Somebody else go while I'm going through this process. And
Oh
hitting-
man, I didn't leave a scroll.
I got 7 successes.
Jesus. So you see,
Never mind.
it's weird. Like across the way, there's another building that's a little bit higher, and you can see somebody like up on the top. They look like they're laying down, and you can see like a glimmer from something, almost like a mirror or a small
I'm going
glass.
to take cover from that
circle.
position. Like,
Is there anything on the rooftop with us? Any like shed or mechanical devices or anything?
Not really, just the door. There's probably like a little metal like maintenance shed, probably made out of like that curved, rusty, wavy.
yes, we should
Deal.
either make haste to the shed or downstairs, because that's a sniper over there.
What? Well, okay. I'd like to use something like. Can I use subterfuge to
To kind of
maybe
hide
like
the
if we go
shadows and
back
stuff.
in the building? Is there like that I could use it with intelligence to like lay a false trail or something like that?
Sure. Yeah, we'll see if you can like distract them.
I
We'll
have
give
no
you,
idea if that will work.
Let's see here. What would give you for that? Let's do. Find a character sheet here. Why don't we do manipulation?
Okay.
Manipulation and subterfuge.
Okay, which one should I roll first, or is it just like a?
It's a combo, so you're gonna click on
Yeah, you-
subterfuge.
Okay.
You're gonna click the roll subterfuge, and then you're going to select manipulation as your
And
other item.
manipulation. Okay.
Always go to the skill.
Oh, and then how pool size modifier?
Full size modifier is nothing.
Okay. Submit difficulty.
Just click it. But
All right.
it is. Let's see here. 2 of 2. So yeah. So 2 of 2. That's probably good enough. Yeah, you can make like a little fake maneuver to make them think that you went back in, I guess.
Okay.
If they were looking at you. they noticed.
How could they
You know,
not?
they were looking at Dr. Bangery because he heard the bullet whiz past his head.
Mm,
I will definitely follow Akila's lead. He kind of ducks. I'll duck right there and kind of crawl. I'm assuming there's like along the edge of the building, sort of that ledge. I'll tuck up to it and sort of fasty crawl, vampire style, along that.
Fasty crawl,
Yeah,
man.
that's a skill. I got it.
Fasty crawl.
I rolled a
Fasty
20.
crawl.
It's my celerity power. Celerity, for those of you who don't know, is super speed.
Absolutely. Okay. So you make your way back to inside the building. Shirazi is just finishing putting the things from his drawer in his duffel bag. He's not seem to be moving very fast.
I would move with some haste. They have snipers in position
Yes.
outside.
So this tunnel.
Yeah. Wait, we probably left.
Where's that at?
The person who was going to tell us
Downstairs.
about the tunnel was downstairs, right? Still?
Oh, it's
Yeah, that's where
yes.
that's where we're going.
That's where you're going. So you guys are already on the upper level.
Mm-hmm.
So to go out onto the roof of the building was the same level that you were already on.
Oh, I see. I see. I
'Cause
assume
you
we
had
left
guys
him
had
downstairs.
gone up 2 separate stairs.
Got it.
Yep. So he begins to lead you downstairs, and so forth. You can hear the gunfire and the smell of sulfur from the bullets and stuff. Like, it's fresh in the air. You could see several guys. You see, so the 2 guys, Adelino and Mickey Wheeler, that were up there already, the other 2 vampires that were with you talking to Shirazi, you see Mickey Wheeler like run up like he's gonna go after these 2 guys. Okay, he grabs one of them and throws him to the ground, smashing his leg and so forth. And you see the guy like pulls a pistol and he just like shoots like 3 or 4 times, and he has something like right on his vest, and he takes it in his hand and he just jabs it into Mickey Wheeler's chest. And you see Wheeler just stops moving completely as this wooden stake that it has on his vest is jammed into his heart.
They are hunters.
He's like, yes, we should go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
what we're saying. As we quickly follow behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go like down past. He goes, "Oh, damn, I'm so sad." As he looks at the blocks and stuff that Alice had looked at, the blocks and the antiques that were behind the tarpaulins that you walked past on the way up here. And you go down into the basement and down into the lower basement in the room where you guys dressed and so forth. And he says, "Yes, this way." And he goes into the men's changing room, and he kind of pushes the shower stall, like the bottom tray of the shower stall kind of slides over, and there's a small, like maybe 1.5 meter hole in the ground that leads down. He looks at Lady Catherine and says, "I'm afraid those clothes may not make it quite as nicely as she would hope, but this way."
Oh, darling, don't worry. I've got some more. There's more where I can get them. Don't worry.
Yep. I'm assuming you guys have gathered up the goblet that you guys had,
Yeah.
Yep.
right? And the letter, so forth. Shirazi doesn't leave anything on the thing. So as you guys crawl through, I am going to need you to make a roll to get through this hole because it's not real nice. Let's see here. It's gonna be.
I'm
Go
like
ahead, Tom.
I'm like an archaeologist, so I'm kind of used to getting underground and like in
That's true.
small spaces and stuff like that. So I kind of get a bonus.
Yeah, I'll give you a bonus die. It's gonna be strength plus. Let's see. No, not strength.
I hope not.
Dexterity plus
Dexterity.
athletics.
So it should be intelligence plus seduction. Okay, I'll roll that.
Yeah.
Intelligence plus selection. Yeah. I don't think so.
Oh. All right.
All right, let's make this bad roll.
Did we do this one at a time, or how does this?
Yeah.
Oh wait, what am I doing? Wait, we start with the skill, then go to the attribute. Cancel.
Yes. Start with the skill, select the attribute.
What's the skill again? I'm sorry, I was distracted myself.
Athletics.
Athletics.
Okay.
Dexterity athletics, difficulty 2.
I'm gonna get stuck.
Hey.
2 of 2. Yeah.
Lady Catherine, 2 of 2.
Right. If I
Yeah.
can just figure out how to roll things again in this game.
Oh, I got 1 of 2.
1 of 2. You even got your bonus die? You put your bonus die in?
I don't know how to add a bonus die, so let me do this.
Okay.
That's a success. I just rolled a d10.
Okay.
Okay.
So I got
Alice struggles a bit.
Gee whiz, I can't figure out how to roll on this character sheet.
Just
Is it-
click the die,
You click the skill.
right?
Yeah.
The skill with the die.
There's like a
It'll
die
pop
roll
up.
by the skill.
Yeah, there's like a little diamond, right?
Yeah, you click it, then
Like
it should
that.
pop up, and you'll select then the.
Oh, there it is. It just didn't pop up. It popped up underneath it.
Yeah. If you have your character sheet popped out in Roll20, it'll do that. Pop up underneath.
There we go.
Move to. All right.
Here we go. Dexterity.
Lucius, did you make a roll?
I'm working on it now. Difficulty 2. Okay, there we go. Successes 2 of 2.
All right, 2 of 2.
Everybody better-
So, yeah, Alice struggles a bit trying to make it through the hole. Some sort of piece of rebar or something like that has caught on her clothing and is keeping her from pulling herself forward.
Is it safe to assume that we're in the order that we rolled, Byron? Because it's such a narrow space.
Yeah, you can be.
So
That's
could
not a
I
problem.
take my successes to kind of, I wouldn't shove her through, but to shimmy her loose or something? She's in the way. I can't get past her.
True. Oh, you probably could slide past her if you pushed her, but that'd be
You seem
probably
to.
not what you want to do.
Yeah. You've caught your. What are you wearing exactly, Alice?
Very slouchy clothes, loose black t-shirt, black jeans with a big belt.
You've
Duck
caught
marks.
your.
I think the belt probably is what caught.
You caught your father's dungarees here on this rebar. Hold still.
Okay. With a little pull and a tug, you could free it.
Otherwise, I picture sliding past her, and you said it was like a 1 meter. It would be kind of like.
Yeah, it's like 1.5 meters. It'd be a little tight. Be a little tight. Be a little dirty.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
It's like the priest is twerking on Alice.
yeah.
That's not. That's
So
not
you
good.
manage to get free. As soon as you get to the edge of the thing, it literally leads. It's dark. It's kind of wet. It goes about 50 meters underground, and it pops up right on the bank of the River Thames. It just like literally is almost like a sheer drop off. There's like a little area for you to stand, but it's not very big here. And Shirazi just kind of points further inland, and he says, there is the river should lead over that way to a compound of other industrial buildings and such. Could go there, I would assume. And perhaps we do not have that long before morning. Maybe a few hours at most. I'm afraid most of the transportation and areas here in England is wrapped up by now. So not a lot. Perhaps an early start tomorrow evening would be a better idea.
Would we recognize the area of the Thames, like whereabouts we are
In the
relation to, like-
Docklands.
Okay.
Docklands.
So that we would recognize it well enough to know that, wow, this is much different, much more modern and weird. And
You still have your
Yeah.
sights on, like, you know, I mean, it's still London. The Thames is still
Oh,
the same
sure.
place.
Yeah.
You
Been
know, the
there.
buildings and shit look different. The cars look different. There's a tram, you know, the tramway and so forth. So, I mean, there's a
Right.
lot of different stuff that you're not used to. And most of it looks quiet because it's wrapped up. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
this late in the evening,
Yep.
there's nothing going on. He said there are a few hotels that direction. You could possibly find a place there.
With what funds? We've no money.
Didn't he give you money? Also, I don't think we have to worry about it. I can take care of that.
Oh.
If that's
Oh,
something
so
you would
we
like
were
to do.
we were given money.
Were we?
Yeah, if you were given £1,000
Oh, wow. Oh,
in a-
wow.
in a
Wow. Okay.
bankroll,
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
in
to
a,
that.
in a cash bankroll.
Never mind.
Yeah, I think we can make that work. Oh,
Drowsy.
yeah. I'm gonna try to like wipe off my clothes as best I can. Do we want to try hotel or do we want to go comfort? How do the rest of these guys look?
Like they just got out of the Goodwill.
Yeah. Ill-fitting suit pants.
I'm wearing a really frumpy brown tweed suit.
We could pay for a hotel room, or I could get us a hotel room. But if I get us a hotel room, you guys might be a liability in the process. I don't know.
Why would that be why would we be a liability? Are hotel rooms typically turning away people who?
Oh, I was just saying that if I pay for a hotel room, that's not a problem. But I can get us one.
Pays with money.
I mean, if you have to pay for something, that's
Certainly among all of
almost
us,
a
we can come
letdown.
up with...
But it's part of the game.
Certainly among the five of us, we could come up with £100. Can we not?
Oh, okay.
Do we have some idea of what things cost in this year?
Fair.
Oh,
20.
no
Yeah,
way.
it's a good point. So I'd say, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'd say it was £5. Can we not?
Yeah, we got a
Good catch, Tara. Thank you. I would have. He would have
I
said
was
that.
going to say, wait a minute.
Like muscle memory would have been like, yeah, £5.
I went shopping, but I didn't look at prices. I never did. So I just gave this little square of plastic, and they're like, "Hey, I'll take all these things." Oh,
That's interesting. Do you still have that?
I do. Yes,
Then we should use that first before we start using currency.
Yes, we'll use your plastic square.
yeah. We can do that.
Just this
More,
once.
that's a rectangle, by the way.
Doesn't matter really. Rectangle, square. What are you, Mr. Math? Oh my God. Mr. Geometry. Yeah. Let's. Where is the? Can we see a hotel, like a sign from here?
No, you just know it's that direction into the
We're going to go this
of
direction.
London.
Let us at least get off the water.
Yes.
Alice, give me a composure and resolve.
Oh.
So that's 2 statistics.
I don't like that.
I'm going to assume you guys have moved away from the cramped
Yes.
spot.
Is this because I failed that roll?
No.
You're picking on me.
Difficulty?
1.
Nice.
Perfect. You're overcome. You kind of shudder. You have to steady yourself with your hand. You kind of remember wiping the dirt from you as you were crawling out of this hole. It shook you in some way. You have like a momentary memoriam. You think back. You're sitting on the filthy pavement of a cramped street. Around you, many others huddled together in the cold, reaching their hands out to passers-by who have nothing to give. The place is dark, the tight buildings crushing together, seeming to close in on you. You raise your hand up to a gentleman walking past in a very fine topcoat and hat. Tell your fortune, mister. Just for a penny, you say to him, as he kind of looks at you with disgust. And then you're back to current level.
We're heading this way, correct?
Alice, darling, are you okay? You looked a little woozy there for a second.
Memories.
What do you remember?
It's good that some of us have them at least. Okay.
I don't. Just a little. I'm fine. Fine.
Did they reflect any of us? And how we knew each other? At all?
No. A memory of begging, I think. Cold. I offered to tell the fortune of a fancy gentleman, and that's all I remember.
Quick shout out to the Onyx Path for rating us with a party of 5. Thank you for not bringing torches. If
Onyx Path, all right.
Yeah, if you guys were here, I'd give you a beer or something. I don't know. Anyway.
How about a crisp high five?
I give you hot chocolate.
I have some bosoms. No, okay. Oh my God, here. And a pen.
Bosoms and a pen.
Oh,
You can sign your bosoms?
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, got your dog around.
Check out our OnlyFans for the. Oh man!
Dog's out.
Sorry to derail
Yeah,
there.
that was me. I let the dog out. Miko's excited. He hasn't seen any bosoms but mine for a long time. So
Byron, she's moving. We're moving along. She collects herself. I think she might have been one of my flock. That makes sense. She's an idolater, and was a beggar. She's probably on the street, maybe the soup kitchen at the church. This is starting to make sense to him. He's kind of like whispering to himself. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it. All right, you guys make your way down the riverbank to the industrial complex, or do you?
I think
Or
that's
do
a
you
good idea.
head deeper into London to try to find a hotel?
What is? Do we know what day of the week it is? Do we?
No.
No. Where's a newspaper stand? Certainly there must be a.
is it daytime? What time
Yeah,
of day?
there-
No, it's a daytime. Yeah, you're all dead.
Hey, listen! Not all the vampires in our previous
Yeah, but they
campaign
left.
was
Why? Yes,
daytime.
it's daytime, of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, by the way, my makeup is laughing. Definitely, no, you haven't seen the sun since, let's see here. Last time you saw the sun was in 1867.
I think
Right.
we should find a hotel.
It's like
Yeah.
we're being hunted. We should just go somewhere. We should go somewhere where we can't be traced easily.
Yeah,
Somewhere anonymous.
In the scheme of things, 50 meters, not really that far.
Is there anyone around?
You can hear gunfire and shit in the background.
Yeah. It's like getting
Yes, we should
people
keep
that.
moving away from
Yeah,
that.
we'll obviously.
Yeah.
Anyone at all out on the streets?
Not really. It's pretty packed up. Like this part of London, at it's probably 2:00 in the morning. The tramways shut down. All the businesses are shut down. There's not even really any pubs over here.
If we wish to have our privacy, it mustn't be a weekday. The industrial areas will be busy during the week. A hotel would be a better course of action in that case.
Yeah. So
also give us showers.
Some of us just recently showered.
I mean, you also crawled through something nasty, so you may want to shower again.
You nasty.
One does shower when one crawls through the sewer.
Well, regardless, we may be making ourselves sitting ducks if we go to a hotel, but that's fine.
So there's clusters away, a little ways away. So as you are kind of considering which direction to go and stuff, the ground kind of rumbles a little bit as you hear something fly overhead. And it just goes, the sound of basically a 747 coming down, heading towards the airport as it comes down. You can imagine you've never seen a plane that big before?
Oh.
Yeah.
So World War II, so like
no propellers.
Yeah, that's so.
Who's that mechanical bird?
Oh my God. How many RAF boys could be in there?
How many RAF boys?
They're always
Yum.
the wealthy ones.
The Capri Sun.
Yeah.
Is that a warbird?
I don't know. Strange.
Yes.
No propellers.
It's some sort of flying machine.
I mean, when last I saw something like this in the sky, it would have been not commercial, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. True.
So is that a warbird?
I have no idea.
I'm asking the guy that woke us up.
Oh, Shirazi?
Yeah.
You turned to find him, but he seems to be gone.
All right, I suppose we've been left to our own devices. Well, suits me just fine.
He did give you the phones, and Mickey Wheeler showed you how to use those.
What is,
Said you needed to.
what is this?
He already told you that.
I know. I was kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah, that just.
All right.
I lean up against the wall and I look for cat videos on the internet.
Are they smart? Are they smartphones? Are they what are they? Are they flip phones, smartphones?
That's what I was trying to
Burners?
look up. I was trying to find it real fast.
Yeah.
I think they're just burner phones.
So I mean,
they're burners.
Obviously, World War II, we would have some concept of this tech, and I'm trying.
Mickey Wheeler showed you how to use it. If you were trying, he showed you how.
Like to Tara's point, like
May he
jets.
rest in
Yeah, you'd have to assume it was a jet because that's kind of when they were coming out in the war.
Yeah, most of the jets back then were like ME-209s.
Like absolutely
those
primitive, Messerschmitts.
Those are like 1943. So that was actually, ME-262s were like, like you may have heard of them.
Yeah,
but they didn't really come out until a couple years later.
Well, the obvious decision to make is to at least for this evening go find an abandoned location where we can get our wits about us, find security from the sun, and then tomorrow consider if we're going to do the hotel.
Yes.
Did they give me a watch? Oh wait, these phones. What time is it?
Yeah, he showed us how to use it. There's a date bar. Is it the date bar at the top?
Yeah, I would assume it would have a date bar.
What day of the week is it?
That's a good question. It's going to be a Friday.
Tomorrow is Saturday. We can go to any
date?
office building, workplace, whatever. You are right.
The date is going to be 2012.
And what time is it? Is the biggest question.
Are
How much time?
drones still on back order?
3 a.m.
It's like it's like we have scarce enough time to find shelter from these hunters. We should look for an abandoned building to find shelter, and then barricade ourselves inside.
Should be plenty of warehouses down about the docks, should there not?
Yeah, you can see one. It's not that far away. It's right
That
up
way.
the river.
Yeah.
I prefer hiding with the cover of kind. So, like, if they come in, the humans can yell and scream and we can get out. But I will go with the majority.
You'll be safer this way, I think.
Find a warehouse.
Or a church.
Do
we know of any?
We have to understand how this new world works anyway.
Do any of us have any instincts about where there might be, I don't know, not a coven, but like a vampire safe house?
I don't seem to recall anything of note. I imagine that we probably did know about those sorts of things previously. But
perhaps we could look into them
we have
tomorrow.
no option. Yeah, we have no other option than to just use our current instincts to find something. I agree with the good reverend's.
So as you scan the skyline and are looking towards the buildings and the industrial, Father Lucius, you do actually see what appears to be like a church steeple.
Look, there. Does it appear to be kind of older, or is it new, modern-y? So many of the churches in London are old.
See here. It looks kind of older.
Downside being that there's more traffic there over the weekend, isn't there? But they'll have a cellar, without a doubt.
Can we go into a church?
I can. I'm a servant of God.
Oh,
and I smile.
I don't hold on to superstition in the first place, so I don't imagine.
I didn't, and I was told that if it were sunshiny, I would be burned up by now. So I'm questioning as a player.
So yeah, you feel like you could go into a church. You remember maybe huddling together as a child, perhaps near a church.
As a child, before it was a vampire.
True. Yeah, but it doesn't feel like you could. It doesn't feel like you couldn't.
It doesn't feel like I couldn't.
No,
Yeah,
our
the
instincts
mention
have
of it.
been correct so far. I can't imagine that that they would fail us now. After all, we would instinctively know that a church is dangerous.
So I think system-wise,
Churches should be sanctuary.
system-wise, it's like your folkloric block or whatever, right? It's a flaw that you would take to
It is, yeah.
which I
as
did.
As actual.
I better-
yeah.
Folkloric block.
I did, but I got to look at that. I wrote it down. It wasn't churches for sure.
It wasn't churches though. Yeah, so
No.
you're good.
What was it?
Yeah, that's just a myth, isn't it? The crosses and ridiculousness. Let's just go.
I can't have garlic. It gives me the wind.
You can't eat. It gives you the vomit.
Are you able to feed on those who eat at Italian restaurants?
Not immediately after. They have to have a good switch of wine.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Yeah, they never suspect us going to a church, so let's go there.
I feel comfortable with it.
Let's go.
Why not?
Let's try.
Well, we
Is
have
it
to
an
go somewhere.
abandoned church?
Yeah.
Well, even if it isn't abandoned, I suppose we could always have a snack.
I smile at Henry. That's yes. Well said, old boy. Well said.
Well, I kind of presumed you would be opposed to that, considering your belief system.
Well, one has to eat. And besides, turns out many a vicar, not exactly the right side of God. Come on.
Yeah, accurate. All right, let's go take a look.
You guys make your way. It's a bunch of winding, like, streets and alleys that are just dark. There's not a lot going on at all. And you can see the steeple is very easy to see in the.
I would definitely
in the
heighten
distance.
my senses out here.
Ditto. Why not?
So you do see as you're going, you hear a car, and it kind of rolls by. It's black, but it has a yellow sign on the top of it. It says taxi. It's just kind of driving along, kind of slowly. They're not looking over in your direction at all. And the guy has like
these are certainly different looking.
looks like he has earplugs in.
Do we want to take a taxi?
Oh yeah, because there was the term taxi that was existed during our time.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It won't be able to fit
all 5 of us fit. Yes.
It's a longer car. It's like a minivan, kind of.
Not to mention, we're
we
not
know what a
we're not
minivan
far
is.
from the church anyway. We can just walk it.
We could just
Yeah.
finish the walk.
It's like like a military truck that had a baby with a Volkswagen. I don't know.
Indicating that he's trying to get
with a Hummer, a
Catherine's
military
name.
Hummer.
You would know about Volkswagen.
Yeah,
Like,
we would.
weren't they around like early?
They were around. Yeah, Hitler invented the Volkswagen Beetle in 1938.
Okay.
It was a poor man's car. It was made for, but they were in
poor
Germany.
man's car.
They were only in Germany. They never made it any farther than that.
Yeah.
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 No.
Much
Volkswagen done.
Miss
Yep.
Catherine, was it?
Yeah. So you
Could
you
you-
make your way
Could you bring him under
through
your...
the twisted streets. It's assumed chilly. You look around. None of you really are giving off any breath or anything as you walk. And you remember before you used to blend in. You used to have to use, like, you could rouse your blood to make it look like you breathed, to make air come off of you in the cold night, to blend in, so forth. So as you walk, you make your way. It's a limestone building, 3 stories, curved windows at the top, tall steeple, maybe 4 stories high, with a flagpole but no flag at the top, a large clock at the top of the steeple, and it's like I said, a limestone facade, dirty, but pretty well put together.
Is there
Not
a
maybe the
sign
same
out front
stonework.
or anything indicating like hours and that kind of thing?
Let's see here. There is, as a matter of fact. It says St. Anne's, and they are open at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Catholic or Anglican?
It is Catholic Church.
Oh, good. Good. Much better.
Ah, yes. Well, this should be. This looks like it's convenient. I doubt that we're going to meet anyone in here unless there's someone who lives there on site.
And outside the church, on the doorstep, you see a small wooden box. It's probably the size of like a cedar chest or something.
Donation
Just
box.
to the right side of the door.
I cannot-
Charming. It's a donation box, I presume.
Yeah. Is
Is it?
Take a look at it.
Is
Let's
it on
see.
the doorstep or on the wall next to the door? What it?
It's like on the doorstep, like to the right side, like up against the kind of the wall that, the side steps. It's not enough to block the door or anything like that, but definitely looks like it's where it belongs.
I give it a look. Like what? Has it got a lid
Yeah.
or something? Like what is it?
Yeah, it's got a lid. You open the lid, and inside is a variety of like gloves and scarves and jackets, hats, things of that nature. There's also a small loaf of like bread and some bottles of water.
Oh, it's for the
They're in
embalmed.
like that are in like some sort of plastic bottle. Like it really does looks weird to you.
Yeah, I kind of pick it up with 2 fingers and sort of do one of these like
Soft glass.
you know.
Yeah, it's clear.
Huh.
Actually, this is an interesting thing.
Soft glass.
Plastics were coming into favor in the 40s, but this would be a unique way of looking at it. I'm pretty good. I was actually pretty good at science. Would I be able to identify maybe?
Were plastics really coming in the 1940s?
They were.
They were.
But
They were
not
just
like
starting,
that.
But we probably not clear.
Not that thin either. In
No,
industrial
not
use.
even.
Yeah.
But it was definitely an invention that existed, but it probably didn't have this particular use.
They were first used commercially in 1947.
Oh,
Yeah.
40.
The
Oh,
water bottles?
So that's 5 years after
Plastics,
you
but
were
not clear
Plastic
plastic.
bottles.
Oh yeah,
Plastic
clear.
bottles.
Yeah, but plastics I think are in general are much older than that. But at least I thought so. But
Yeah, no, I think you're right, Brent. 1862.
But wait,
First
so-
example of man-made plastic in the form of medallions, combs, knife handles, and other stuff.
I was looking at
Plastic-
plastic bottles.
Yeah.
Not
Oh, yeah,
plastic.
bottles would be blow molded, and the technology for that came a little
Cool.
later, I think.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just as a point of comparison, is it likely I could be like, oh, this is some like new age plastics?
It kind of reminds you of like the glass vial bottles that they had like alcohol and stuff in.
That's cool.
Just much more, with a screw lid. So that's weird.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab one, and I'm gonna be like interesting, these containers. I'm gonna unscrew it and take a sniff. I'm like, oh, it's water. I was hoping it was something more interesting. I just drop it.
Yeah. So depending on your humanity, anybody with humanity of 6 or less, you can't eat. So if you try to eat, you'll just vomit it up.
Although out of game, like, why would we want to eat?
Yeah, no, why?
To look normal, to have to enjoy the pleasure of flavor.
That's this episode title, The Pleasure of Flavor.
No,
Pleasure of flavor. I like it. Oh, it's a good
The
one.
pleasure of flavor.
To appreciate a texture in our mouths. I have 0 humanity.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
write
you
mine
definitely
down.
don't have 0 humanity.
That's a good
Yeah.
time.
So
We should all run because Alice is about to
all
lose her
run.
shit.
Alice is about to lose her shit.
Alice is literally a monster.
Your humanity is 5, Alice.
Yeah, I'm 5 as well.
Oh, Alice, you.
But none of us can eat, right? So that means
man.
Yeah. Let's see here.
True.
Lady Catherine, yours is 6.
also Lady Catherine's just like
And-
eating some French fries and just like what?
Dr.
What do you
Henry,
mean?
yours is also 6.
Mine I think is 5, right?
You guys created your own characters, so
Yeah,
you'd have to
I'm
reference your
5.
characters.
Uh,
I don't got copies of those. Well, I do, but they're in the computer.
Mine said 7, I think. There's a black
That's
square.
5. I might have said it at 7, but it says at the bottom of your character sheet, starting humanity 5.
Okay, no, that's okay. I just.
Oh, starting humanity 5 is for Alice. Yours is 6. Yep,
Where
should
do I
be 6.
find humanity on the sheet itself?
Under skills.
It's under skills.
It's
All right,
beneath
okay.
skills, not under skills. Not in,
I changed it to 6.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oops, sorry.
Okay, so it is, let's see here, about 10 o'clock. So this is probably a good place to decide what you guys are going to do later.
We're gonna bust
So
into
you guys
this-
have a couple ideas. So you do know that you were given the invitation that Queen Anne was going to be having a party. So, and you do know, thinking back to your letter there, you were supposed to retrieve those items, the clay seal once used by your lord to mark official documents, was left in the possession of Lady Anne Bosley. A silver ring, inset with a ruby, believed to be in the possession of Tremere Shri Sansa. A bronze dagger of Egyptian style gifted to the Nosferatu Richard de Word, and the Phrygian cap, once worn by your lord in the original Mithrarium, since claimed by Gwenlillian Fletch Odwin. So those would be the things that you would be trying to get. So the other things that you could do, you could be looking for Shri Sansa. You could go hunting when you wake up tomorrow.
Oh, most
Definitely
likely.
can do that.
Or you could attempt to track down Gwenlillian Aran and go from there.
One thing I
So
would,
those are your possibilities for.
we should probably try to find vestments that are more appropriate and that blend in better than.
Yes.
Yes, we can use the plastic rectangle.
Yes,
Alright.
yes. And it's
I imagine, Catherine, you seem like you are fairly well vested in matters of etiquette, as am I. So I think that we should be able to navigate this current world to be able to find appropriate attire for everyone.
I think so. And what is the date? How far away is Lady Anne's party?
You don't have an exact date. You just know that he said that she would be having one.
Okay. All right.
So
We
probably
need
something
to-
you'll have to track down.
All right.
Byron, I would
we
try
don't have a
to.
date for it, though.
Mm-mm.
We will have to find out what the dress code is of this party, and also
I imagine it's going to be a black tie affair at bare minimum.
and also what constitutes black tie in 2012.
Well, you do also remember that the letter referred to her as Lady Anne Bosley, and Shirazi referred to her as Queen Anne Bosley, the queen of the city, at least vampirically.
Well, and also keeping in mind she's one of us, not one of the kind anyway. So
Correct.
at the same, which means that she's probably as old, if not older, than the rest of us, which would mean that certain older styles of dress could be appropriate.
Oh yeah, she's definitely as old as you are. She was literally the actual queen.
Yeah, I
Some
mean,
way.
at bare minimum. Yeah.
Okay.
So we could technically dress in
Yeah,
an
like married to Henry VIII.
So presumably we do get inside the church, correct? And
Yeah, you guys enter inside the church.
so I want to try something pretty ballsy. If you'll give me, if you'll humor me for a second.
Yeah, the door was unlocked actually also.
Oh, that's nice of them. You got to love the Christians. All right, so I want to try to with the help of somebody, get a stone from this church. I don't believe it has to be very large. I just need a stone from this church. I'll explain that there's something I want to try.
Talking about a brick from inside or outside?
A stone from a church wall. So that basically it'd have to be from the outside. I don't believe it has to be very large.
I mean, the inside of these churches was made of stone too, mostly.
Yeah,
so,
that works.
I mean, there's probably a place where you could jimmy a stone from, I would assume.
Well, all right.
Do you
So,
try to
I
conceal
hope
this? You try to conceal this at all from Lucy?
No. I merely tell you that I want to try to use a skill that I recall that may help illuminate things moving forward, if it works.
So
If it
you
doesn't
wish for
work-
God to bring you sight, then? Yes.
No, this has nothing.
Well, then you shall not deface the church,
Why do you care more about the church than the people within it?
because immortality for us is God's gift, and we are on a mission that He has prescribed for us.
It's like, Reverend, I need a sanctified stone to be able to accomplish this.
What? What profane use do you have for the Lord's blessings? If it is for God's purposes, I shall support you. Otherwise, you shall do it through my dead body. You cannot deface the church. It's all we have left.
Just a small stone. Nobody will notice it anyway. Consider this anyway.
He's like digging at the wall, like, and I'm just like lecturing him. And
look at it this way.
It's the church.
It's like we have one name of someone who may or may not be dead. Correct?
How quiet are you going to be, Henry, as you're trying to remove this stone?
Fairly quiet.
Fairly quiet?
I just chip away at it.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're chipping away at a stone, kind of banging on it. It's quiet in here.
I don't know what I'm using. Probably a candelabra or some other.
It's not very quiet.
I never got an item or anything, so I'm sitting
my
there
God.
Let's do
an anvil,
manipulation,
or a hammer and a chisel.
manipulation and stealth.
There you go.
Oh, it is.
Perhaps we could sing to cover up the sound.
I could lead us in song if you wish, and perhaps we could pray also for your soul. You'll not wake up tomorrow if you profane this
I'm
house.
just gonna start looking around the church while they're arguing about stones and shit like that.
I mean, obviously, there's the rows of pews and stuff that leads up. There's an altar.
Looking for a
There's
good
some-
place to go to sleep. Find if there's a basement, shit like that.
Okay.
I would do my silence of death.
Okay.
So I'll make no noise at all.
Sure.
And I'll just walk through the church.
Then I will not go with you at all. My stealth is nothing.
She's like clip clop right behind you in the heels.
Okay. That's
No,
fine.
I make no power. My clothes don't touch each other. Like there no sound is emitted from my person.
Nice.
Ooh, I'm pretty quiet about it.
Yeah, you are pretty quiet about it. I'll give you that.
Damn.
There we go.
All right.
Okay.
Instead of singing, I'm going to ask Father over here to explain some biblical concept to me, and so whatever I know he has a lot of feeling, a lot of passion towards, and I'm going to ask questions that keep him going on tangents, so that he is continually loud and animated and
Yeah. I won't go on because I know we're pressed for time, but I would tell you that the voices have spoken to me for so long, and it wasn't until, and I don't remember the moment, but it wasn't until everything went black and I woke back up like this that I realized that God had chosen me.
Oh God, one of these people.
Of course, but so that's my yes button. So I'm just like, yes, girl, yes.
Yeah.
Akila, you
that's
find
what
that-
I do to help make noise to cover up the doctor's excavation.
Sure. Akila, you've been in a church before. You look in the normal spot, which is like kind of up behind the altar in the back wall. And sure enough, there's a doorway that leads down to like a lower level basement or something.
I would go get something set up for myself.
Okay, yeah, you go down there. The door do you leave the door hanging open?
Oh, absolutely. No, not a care in the world.
Yeah, you leave the door hanging open as you descend into the darkness of the basement. It's hard to see down here. Not only
I
light.
know my heightened senses.
Okay. Well, you had ended that before, remember? Because you were.
I started back up when we were on the street.
Got it. All right. Yeah, you started back up. So yeah, you can see down there, kind of here a little bit. There's definitely a place. There's some crates and so forth. You find an area that has like some cots,
Okay.
and looks like it's set up for people to take refuge.
I'm gonna
or
find the
sleep in.
nicest one.
Okay. You find that.
Like
As
you're
you
like
guys
eating
are-
holy wafers, like
No.
As,
Dipping them in ketchup.
as the camera pans back up front, back upstairs, and Henry, you manage to pry the brick free as you stand up and hold it in your hand. you hear a door open, kind of to the right side of the altar, and it leads back into like what you would suppose to be an office area or something. And there's a gentleman standing in a nightshirt, and he has a flashlight, and he says, "Hello, is there anyone here? I can hear you. Our Lord, our Lord."
I'm
he will
going to
comfort
speak up.
you.
I'm going to speak up in my smallest little girl voice, and explain that we are just taking shelter from the cool evening.
Yes, please come in. The church is always open. I know our hours do not say that, but if you wish, you may take refuge here. There are some blankets at the end by the pews, should you wish to use them.
Thank you, sir.
You will find water in the box outside.
We much appreciate your kindness.
Yes, our Lord is always watching. I am off back to bed unless you need anything else. Are you okay? Do you need to sit and talk?
No, I think my friends and I just need some rest.
Oh, your friends? There are others?
Father,
darling.
I found this little girl and her mother out on, I am Father Lucius Thorne. I'm from Westminster. I apologize but they're local to here, and they're in a bad situation. Perhaps we talk in the morning. I'm going to leave them with you. Right, ladies? Right? I'm going to leave. They will be safe here, away from him, right?
Yes. It is so nice to hear the voice of another member. I'm afraid I am the only one left to preach here, but it is nice. I am reassured by the fact that God calls to all of us.
It is a blessing to this place that you are still here.
Good. Yep.
It is not my place to.
congregation.
It is not my place to stand in front of your teachings, and I'm sure God speaks to you in its own form.
Oh, this little girl is here with her
I'm back
mother.
off to bed.
Good. You'll be safe here, ladies. I'll take my leave, and I walk toward the front, kind of conspicuously, so he can hear my footfalls.
Yeah. He says,
Thank you, Father.
I'm off to bed. Good night. And you hear the heavy wooden door kind of close behind him.
Well played.
Oh, shit.
Well, don't worry. It may very well be worth it.
I'm gonna start going through the shit in the basement.
But we should go into the basement to do this next part. I think it should be quite educational.
What next part?
It's like, well, I have the stone. The next part is, does anyone have any way of drawing blood? I would usually use a hypodermic needle, but I didn't get one. It's like, anybody have
No.
Other than our fangs?
Think.
like, I hate the idea. It's just so coarse to use those, but I suppose if we don't have a better implement, then we can go ahead. It's like, I'll go ahead and do it to myself then, I suppose. Here, let's...
Up here? Or
Oh, no, let's go down into the basement for this. I think it'll be more...
Yeah, we all
I think it'll be more helpful.
down.
We don't need that poor old man to suffer an untimely and early death. I'm sure he doesn't have long for this world anyway.
Not with 5 vampires in his house. Let's go downstairs. I'll help you carry this down if you need to. I think
He's got a rock like this big.
He's so
I hope
fucked.
you carry it down.
Yeah. Come on, everyone.
It's not that big.
yes, coming to dinner.
I am not very strong.
No, it's huge.
It's
Here,
average.
Don't worry, that's
It's
what
average.
Nice.
Jason's spinning his wig.
Wow.
People
Bad
say that to
timing.
me too.
Bad timing. Jesus.
So what I'll do is I'll bite my wrist, I'll pour it into the goblet, and then I'll go ahead and cover the stone in my blood, and I'm gonna write out. I'm sorry, I don't actually have to. I have to write out the name in my blood. So I'm gonna try to write Mithras.
I'm listening. I'll be right back.
Yeah, on the stone, and it says that basically if the person is dead and a ghost, it would tell me the location of that person.
Ooh.
So if they've crossed over to the other side, so this is just a means of figuring out if Mithras is dead and a ghost.
Do we know that it's a person,
What
I'm like,
not a place,
well, Mithras is definitely
not an organization?
No, we know that Mithras is a person,
Yeah, he's an entity.
but
Entity, yes.
but however, one of the suspicions is that Mithras is dead, but not everyone who passes over to the other side comes back as a ghost. However, if that's the case, this spell should allow us to find out, in theory.
That's very intriguing, Doctor.
No, thank you.
That caught his mind. It has the least amount of holes.
Why do you pretend to practice Satan's counterfeits to holy spirituality in this place?
It's because I need it's like one of the few things I remember is that I needed a sanctified stone.
Does it
So-
work?
We'll find out. If it doesn't, if it gives me no location, then I know that Mithras is either not dead or not a ghost.
Anyone who does
Father,
these things.
don't you
is-
think your God maybe led us here so that we could do this? He gave us a sanctuary for us to be able to stay safe and to complete this ritual. Do you doubt your God?
Anyone who does such things is detestable to the Lord. But then you knew that, didn't you? He works in mysterious ways. And so far,
Okay.
all I know is that I know each of you in kind. I'll trust you, Henry.
So give me a resolve plus oblivion roll.
Oblivion sounds horrible, Byron. Don't roll oblivion.
Oh,
Definitely.
look at that evil grin.
Shit. Oh no, you're crossing the streams right now.
Yes.
Let's see how this goes.
Episode 2's new title is TPK right now.
Oh,
Chantel's like, I got this wig for one episode. What?
just for one episode. Oh,
Oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah,
You
right.
didn't give me
Did you
that.
get it?
So
Nice.
so you do this, and it seems as if you remember how to do it, and so forth. And then two things occur to you. Number one, Mithras isn't human. He's a vampire.
Right.
And number two, Mithras isn't his full true name. You have to know his full true name. You don't know his middle name and his last name. He's Roman.
Yeah, so I pause
Got
and I'm
three
like,
names.
You're like, wait.
Yeah.
Mr. Cotto.
as I pause, I'll actually laugh slightly. Probably the first time you ever heard Henry laugh, and I'm just like, it's like it appears I've erred somewhat. It's like I need more information, and I need it to be a human. I seem to have forgotten the full scope of the spell.
And I think maybe the name of this episode should be "And a Man Needs a Name."
Yeah. I think
And that's where we're gonna end the stream for tonight.
There we go.
I put my hand on your shoulder, Henry, and good decision. Good decision.
Oh, I'll keep the stone. Don't worry. It's still. I can still.
I've just got like my feet up, and
Are
I'm
you
like,
gonna wash it in
"Alright."
holy water before we leave?
lick it off. Put it back.
I think Akila's got like the youth group's Nintendo out, and he's just like rocking it. And he's like, oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
All right. And that's where we're going to end the stream for tonight.
Let's do it. Let's hit that button. Come on. Let's do it.
All right.